under the header, whichever way you are, you go to Guardian. Brunya Patuana, and now you go to Guardian. You look for Boyan, and now you go to Guardian. We think it happened to Bukoyo. I never got to Bukoyo. We never got to Bukoyo.
He said, no, they say good morning.
There'll be many postmortems on this topic, but right now is not that time.
It is believed the Afghan soldiers, though diehards, had unquenchable allegiance to jihadist ideologies practiced by Taliban. There were Afghan soldiers by day, Taliban at heart, and Taliban at night. A situation some suggest currently exists in Nigeria too. So Afghanistan was simply handed over to the mullahs to govern, based on their shared jihadist ideological leaning. The south and middle belt of Nigeria should wake up with urgency. The Afghan situation is cooking fast in Nigeria today. Afghanistan is number 1 on global terrorist list. Nigeria is number 3. Could not believe an army could crumble at that rate.
I did not, nor did anyone else, see a collapse of an army that size in 11 days. There'll be many postmortems on this topic, but right now is not that time.
It is believed the Afghan soldiers, though diehards, had unquenchable allegiance to jihadist ideologies practiced by Taliban. There were Afghan soldiers by day, Taliban at heart, and Taliban at night. A situation some suggest currently exists in Nigeria too. So Afghanistan was simply handed over to the mullahs to govern, based on their shared jihadist ideological leaning. The south and middle belt of Nigeria should wake up with urgency. The Afghan situation is cooking fast in Nigeria today. Afghanistan is number 1 on global terrorist list. Nigeria is number 3. Could not believe an army could crumble at that rate.
I did not, nor did anyone else, see a collapse of an army that size in 11 days. There'll be many postmortems on this topic, but right now is not that time.
It is believed the Afghan soldiers, though diehards, had unquenchable allegiance to jihadist ideologies practiced by Taliban. There were Afghan soldiers by day, Taliban at heart, and Taliban at night. A situation some suggest currently exists in Nigeria too. So Afghanistan was simply handed over to the mullahs to govern, based on their shared jihadist ideological leaning. The south and middle belt of Nigeria should wake up with urgency. The Afghan situation is cooking fast in Nigeria today. Afghanistan is number 1 on global terrorist list. Nigeria is number 3. Could not believe.
And good afternoon to you all, my fellow citizens, especially members of the cabinet that are here today, reps and admin, and you that is watching, greetings from here. It is imperative and important that we let the world know who we are as a people, what we stand for, and our readiness for our freedom, what we will be or become after we have totally free, and how we assist our fellow our fellow Christians, and how we'll be part of this global community. Today, mark 26th of February 2020. We are going to do something that is remarkable, of which that will send the signal of who we are. Codifying Christians' harbor policy of the Biafra Republic government in Ezza. The Biafra Republic government in Ezza Brigade and the broader Biafran question have been raising to unprecedented prominence within the international community and the United States government. The matter is now being openly discussed and considered by senior U.S. officials in light of this increased intention. It is incumbent upon Brigade to demonstrate its seriousness and preparedness by addressing the practical and humanitarian implication of a path towards independence. One of the principal concerns raised, including by individuals such as Congressman Riley Moore, is toward ally of persecuted Nigerian and Biafran Christians, relates to the fate of Christians who would remain in northern Nigeria and Middle Belt in the event of independence if Biafra secede. This is a legitimate issue. Should Biafra secede, the remainder of Nigeria could become increasingly Islamized in character, potentially leaving Christians who remain there more vulnerable to marginalization, persecution, or even act of genocide. Accordingly, it is imperative that the Biafra Republic government in exile formalize the policy framework that address this concern and propose constructive solution for the protection and advancement of Christian population in the region. To that end, I, Ogechukwu NKERE, Biafra Republic government in exile Prime Minister, propose that BROGIA Brigade vote to enact the following policy. First, Brigade should adopt a formal policy of providing safe haven to Christians in northern Nigeria. This policy would include the granting of automatic Biafran citizenship upon independence to any Christian from northern Nigeria who seek refuge in Biafra. Although NNAMDI previously referenced such a concept informally, it is now essential to codify this principle into official policy and law in a manner analogous to how Israel serves as a homeland and refuge for Jewish people worldwide. An independent Biafra will serve as a safe haven for Christians in West Africa. Second, Brigade should commit to supporting Christians community in Nigeria's Middle Belt through political, humanitarian, and lawful defensive cooperation. This would include forming strategic alliance to assist in community self-defense efforts and in countering extreme threats such as Boko Haram and the Islamic State West Africa province ISWAP, consist with international law and human rights standards. Through these policies, an independent Biafra will not only secure the safety and sovereignty of its own citizens, but also serve as a stabilizing force and source of protection for vulnerable Christian population in northern Nigeria and Middle Belt. By proactively addressing these concerns, Brigade can reassure international partners, including stakeholders within the United States government, that Biafra independence would contribute to regional security, humanitarian protection, and broader stability. In doing so, Biafra independence becomes not only a national aspiration, but a broader humanitarian commitment, one that benefits Biafrans, Christians, as well as their Christian and Middle Belt. My fellow citizens, it is very important that we demonstrate this. I will be calling on our Minister of Information, Honorable Minister of Information. It's time that the Cabinet already deliberate on this, then we can go ahead and vote on this very important issue that is present. Thank you very much.
Good morning. Keep sharing.
We have emerged triumphant from all our foes. Through the crucible unscathed, we passed victorious. Our trumpets Biafra. We shall always remember all that perished in the struggle for our freedom. All hail our heroes, our precious Israel, who day and night say them always. All hail Biafra. No star shines everywhere. We crave humility. God guide and protect us all. All hail your wisdom, shielding us from sin. This time on and night advance. A minute silence to honor our fallen heroes and heroines. The time starts now. We continue to honor them, and they will continue to fight with us until Biafra is restored. Ise, Ise, Ise.
Let us pray. For God in heaven, Almighty Creator, the ancients of the ancients, the maker of the heavens and the earth, you created everything that the mind of a living soul can imagine, but none created thee. That is why we say you are immortal, you are invisible, you are omnipotent. This very God that every generation who has ever had the grace of knowing thee has always testified to your goodness. That is the same God that we kneel and bow before. This God is our refuge and our strength, a very present help, even in this time of Janjaweed trouble, even in this time of Fulani rage and terrorism. Therefore, we shall fear no evil. This IPOB shall fear no evil. Even if the whole world is against us, even if Britain intensifies their effort to cross this very light of hope in sub-Saharan Africa, even though they shake the mountains, even though the seas may rise, even though they may give all the weapons and ammunition to the zoological republic, no matter what they do, no matter how they foment their rage, it doesn't matter to us. For God, Chukwokika Biama, is in the land of Biafra. We shall never ever be moved. This God of the ancients will help us now and forevermore. For Biafra shall come, and this Lord of hosts is with us. Chukwokika Biama, the same God of Jacob, this same God of Shadrach and Meshach and Abednego, this God that never abandons his people, this same God is our refuge. And we proclaim it unashamedly that this God that we kneel and bow before, we shall worship thee, for Biafra is your promise. Your word is yea and amen. Instead of your word not to come to pass, heaven and earth will cease to exist. Upon this very hope we anchor all our belief that Biafra shall come in our time, and we pray that it come this very year, that your glory may be made manifest in the lives of men, that we may kneel and bow before thee. Nyahansoro tutona nsoporo na ijamani bisiala chineke na jeprumi yenine ko tutoni ne wedrigeze denso ugama womboni ne biye. He said, he said, he said, Mama de Chineke.
Good evening, Biafrans. Good morning, good afternoon, good night, depending on your time zone, and welcome to the Briggy Space once again. Today is 27 February 2026. Thank you so much for coming around to speak to Biafrans, and also thank you for coming to listen to speakers this night. You are all welcome. We thank God for the gift of life and this great opportunity He has given to us to gather once again. We continue to appreciate our leaders in the prison and our active Prime Minister, His Excellency Ogechukwu NKERE, and all his cabinet members. And I also appreciate our Information Minister, the Okokondem. Thank you so much for giving us this opportunity to gather here. And our regards also go to our defense back home. May God continue to strengthen them and protect them and hide them from the eyes of the enemies. Thank you once again. I appreciate each and every one of you tuning in today, and please let everybody get prepared and be ready to speak to Biafrans. This space was scheduled I think 3 days ago, and I believe each and every one of us have also made some research so that when you pick the mic, you should be able to educate Biafrans and our listeners. I will not be talking alone today. Yeah, we have a lot to cover today, and the topic says, Understand Ralimo's report to Trump and what it says about Nigeria. Nigeria has entered one chance, and I don't know how they will come out of it, which they will never come out. It leads to our freedom. So before we start, I love to really appreciate those in the house, our ministers in the house. I can see the original minister, Mama Betty. Medi Ekomdo Abasudiong. I've seen Minister Love, our Lokpa, Ekomdo Abasudiong. You guys should behave. Our Lokpa is here today. I've seen Minister 1 million. Yes, so welcome, Minister 1 million. I've seen Minister Onyenyere. Welcome. We are happy to have you in our space today. It's a privilege to have ministers in this space coming to give us support. I've seen Minister Kelo. I believe this is our minister as well. Ekomdo Medio. I've seen a senior citizen Stella. She's always here to speak to Biafrans. Ekomdo Medi. Oh my God. I've seen a UK deputy rep, our minister. Oh Ben Ekomdo. And let me also use this opportunity to announce that Sunday is UK Town Hall meeting. You are all invited to join the UK Town Hall meeting. And please, Saturday, tomorrow is a fundraising, and up till now, I only have 20 agenda to announce tomorrow. It's not really nice. So let us try and support the space. As a department, we should be supporting our fundraising, however little. So please try and make your donation. Use the website, use COS Lagos, use your state admin, and then send the receipt to my inbox. I'll put it together, and the announcement will be made tomorrow. Yes, we should not allow it to pass us by. However small, we will take it. Little drop make an ocean. That is what I'm trying to say in Italian language or Guinea. Welcome, Chima. We love you. Ihechi, long time welcome. Mazi Elias, welcome. Senator Medi, Simon Ekpa Medi, Ikuku Ekomdo Medi, Chizoba Ekomdo. Please, excuse me, share the space because share the space. Thank you so much. Mazi Ekomdo Medi, John Ejen no Medi, Holland Ekomdo. Oh, my wonderful brother, Nsi Iyawe Ekomdo Medi Ugangba. Our HOD is here, HOD to the listening section. She's here. Ihu Ekomdo Medio. Tomorrow, Thursday, is the UK Town Hall meeting. All these people are from the UK, so they are inviting each and every one of us to be there. If you know time will not permit you, put your money, send your receipt. Madam Betty, she will announce it. Our sister Ekomdo Medio. Yes, Vincent Ekomdo, Nkemcho Ekomdo, Medi Emeka, Emekes Ekomdo, Medi, God bless you. Sam Enze Ekomdo, Nubian, the beautiful Queen Ekomdo, Medi Uyang Bawazudian, Onyeju Ekomdo, Living Ekomdo, Elo Ekomdo, Stanley Ekomdo, Alex O Ekomdo, Chivon, no, Enyi, Ekomdo. Our minister Kilo have already said hi. Obiageli Ekomdo, Emmanuel Esen Ekomdo. Greetings to all of you. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Yeah. So the topic says, understand Rally Moore's report to Trump and what it says about Nigeria. That is the topic, and we have a lot to talk on this topic. Only me will not do the talking, and we already know our space rule. This space is for education purpose, and we are not here to, drag anything. We are not judging vocabulary. We are not judging certificate or qualification. What we are judging is what do you have to educate Biafrans on, and then make them to understand what is happening, and then let them know the need for them to fund their freedom. So every claim made here is drawn from the US official congressional document, is drawn from their signed laws and verified news sources. So you'll be invited to speak at specific moments. Questions and answers are also welcome and encouraged. Yeah, so it is not a debate about whether Biafra is right or wrong. It's just an explanation of what the US Congress has said and done and what it means. So that is what we'll be talking about this evening. And please, it may bore you at a stage, but please don't interject anyone if you want to give your comment or contribution. Get your paper and pen and write down your points so that when you pick the mic, you will now start from there and educate our listeners, because it is not only Biafrans that are here. We have visitors here as well who also want to learn. And this is why we are very unique in Brigi. We accept everyone because we value everyone. All your contributions, we value them a lot. So thank you so much. And tomorrow is our fundraising. We all know that is where we worship every Saturday. Nobody is there to tell you now that you should support your freedom. It is boiling everywhere. So the earlier you make up your mind to support, the better for you. And from what our government did last night, we are going to really dig deep into it. Everybody now should come out and support the freedom of the Biafran people and the freedom of all the Christians in Nigeria. Whether you're in the northern part, you're in the middle belt, you're in the eastern region, which is the Biafra, everybody now have to come together and support this freedom. Freedom is not only for the Biafran people. Yes. But we are taking the lead, because when Biafra lead, others will follow. It's a fact. So we have some objectives, and we have like about, let's say, 12 or so, but we can measure them. And the main thing there is to understand from the topic this man that is called Rally Moore and why his report matters a lot. So in that session, we will know exactly who this man is and why he made Nigeria his very first speech in Congress, and then how President Trump personally asked him to lead this investigation. And then we also understand what the CPC designation is and why it is the foundation of everything that has happened today. We will understand what it means in a very plain language. Which other countries are also on that list? You may say we've done it before, but this one is in a different format. We have to dig deep. And now, from what others will be speaking, you really have to understand that without this CPC designation, there is no way we would have reached where we are today. So you also understand the difference. That is why I say today's own is coming from a different perspective. Nigeria was designated before. So today we are going to see the difference between the designation that happened in 2020 and the designation that happened in 2025. And why the escape route Nigeria used last time has now been permanently closed. So I don't even know when we will end today's space, but God will give us the grace. And then we have to also understand the 25-year background that made this report very, very necessary. Then we'll now focus on all the demands that are written on that document, every single one of them in a very plain language. We'll be able to explain every one of them, in a simple language that me and you will understand and learn, so that we now have to decide, should we support Biafra or not? We now have to decide. If we see someone following accountability group, do we now have the confidence to tell them, come, without Biafra Republic government in exile, the milestone that we have reached today, we will not reach. So that's it. So we have to understand how each demand requires and what it requires Nigeria to do, why each demand was chosen, who each demand hurt and how, and what happens if Nigeria refuses to comply. So we are going to look at this when we say understand. We did not say list, we say understand. So we have to get into it, dig in very well, reach the bone marrow of Nigeria, because a lot is happening right now, and you can see that they are crying in the social media, and we will help them to cry more. That's why we are here. And then a very beautiful thing that we also have to touch will be to understand what the Appropriation Act is, because this Appropriation Act is integrated into this report, but it's hidden somewhere. So we have combed it out so that our people will really understand what it is and why the funding is already withheld. They've withheld funding from Nigeria. So we'll look into that as well. We'll understand exactly what it is, why Nigerian CPC status has been embedded directly into that law. When I tell you Nigeria is panicking, believe me, but they're hiding it from their people. They don't want to expose the in-depth of why they are crying. They are seriously crying. And all this started from when they were designated as CPC. They thought it is business as usual. No, a lot has changed. I don't know if their lobbies have told them, or he's just hiding from them because he has collected money from them and tell them, already you are collapsing. What are we protecting you for? So we'll dig into it and know that it's going to touch their SWIFT banking system and all that. And then we'll now connect, understand the China connection. How are they doing this? Because it was also mentioned in that document. And then we'll understand the true position of France and Hungary, which are part of that report. You see? So we have so much to talk about. And we'll understand our Biafra connection in all this. And then we'll now really, really dwell in our program that we had yesterday. Because if we don't end it up there, it will not make sense. What we are doing in the space today will not make sense. So we have to make that connection, because we ended it yesterday. If we are not opportune, that was why I had to play the voice of our Prime Minister Ogechukwu Nkere, the Biafra Republic government in exile, the cabinet members that represent all the Biafran people in the whole wide world, made something that was so remarkable yesterday that still make Briggy to stand out. So yeah, so as time goes, as we progress, we'll be chipping in what exactly and the section that we are. So thank you for the patience you have to listen to the objective of what we'll be talking about today. Thank you so very much. And as usual, Onyenye, I will send the co-host to you because we say I should not be asking. So I have sent the co-host to you, and I don't know any other person that may love to back up. It was only Onyenye that gave that rule and said, whenever you see me, don't ask, send the co-host to me. So Nyenye of one of Biafra land, I have sent the co-host to you. Okay, so we are. Why is the house so quiet? No, Imuji, are you still hearing me? I hope you are still hearing me, because my
Are
internet
you
has
guys
been
hearing?
misbehaving badly.
Are you
Okay,
guys
thank you.
hearing them?
Please, today's space is not the space that you sit down and be a passive listener. Mbano, use the comment section. If you're in a noisy place, use the comment section. We need to see so many signs of emoji so that it will not look as if I'm talking
Are
to
you
the
guys
A.
hearing them?
Yeah, thank you so much. And then, okay, thank you, my brother. Thank you, Holland. I appreciate that.
Give me a
Yeah,
thumbs
so
up if
before I
you're
start, I
hearing
will
them.
give the mic to my co-host as usual to greet the house before the space comments. Thank you so much. Onyenyere one, you have the mic, please.
Thank you very much, the tutorial herself. Good evening from my end. Ikondo Emedio. All Biafrans, good evening, good morning, good afternoon. And I want to use this song to greet my fellow Biafrans. You are welcome in the name of the Lord. You are welcome in the name of the Lord. I can see all over you the glory of the Lord. You are welcome in the name of the Lord. Thank you very much. As I will hand over the mic to our tutorial herself. Thank you very much. I yield the mic here.
Thank you so much, Onyenyere one of Biafra land. Yes, you are welcome in the name of the Lord and in the name of Biafra. Please, as we are talking, let there be boom, 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 boom in our bank account and send your receipts to my inbox. I cannot announce the 20 Gemma that Minister Snow I made on the, which day was that? On Tuesday. Minister Snow made a donation of 20 Gemma. I no go fit announce 20 Gemma tomorrow, mbano, from a whole media department. Mba. I no go fit do that one. So please, my people, whatever you have, kindly make your payment and then send the receipts so that I compiled it and make the announcement tomorrow or send to our information minister to announce. Yeah, my people, welcome once again. You see, Rally More statement contain a direct challenge to the Biafra Republic government in exile. Yes. And we grabbed that challenge and then we did something phenomenal with it yesterday. Okay. Biafra independence is good for persecuted Christians. We know that very well. But what happens to Christians in the north and in the middle belt? This has been the question of Rally Moore. And this has been what has been disturbing him. This is where he has concern about. The people who are not Biafrans, what will happen to them? Yes. People who are not in the Biafra land or Biafra region, who cannot move to Biafra, what will happen to them if Nigeria destabilizes? What is your plan for them as Biafra Republic government in exile? So, if a government cannot answer this question, that means your independence project is a threat to the very people you claim to be serving. And that is the question Briggy had to answer. And that answer was made yesterday night through a formal cabinet vote. So we are ready. When Ralimon made this statement, we had two options. Either to respond informally, to post a counter statement on social media, or to even issue a press release, or to argue on space. And we had the second option to respond with something that carries more weight. await of a formal government that can make decisions for its people, sorry. So our government had to choose the second option. And that choice itself is the most important part of the story because it demonstrates to the highest level that Brigi is not operating as an advocacy group or organizational group or tout group or a social media movement. No, it shows that the Biafra Republic government in exile is operating as a government. We were able to achieve that last night. We will come to that later. So my people, if you go back to February 23, in the year 2026 that we are, you will see that something has happened that has changed the course of Nigerian policy and history. And I want us to, understand exactly, and everybody that will speak this evening or this night is already night in my place, to tell Biafrans what it means. I don't know it all. I'm only going to explain in the way or in my own perspective. We don't, reason the same. So we have different ways of reasoning and doing things. So I may understand it as A and you may understand it as AA. Some other person may understand it as A star star star. But we still come together and make sense out of it. So we are really here to break it down, because the mainstream media is reporting the headlines, but nobody is explaining the full story. So that is why we are here this evening. So please, let's get ready for it, because this is not my opinion. This is not a social media rumor. This is the official conclusion of the two most powerful committees in the United States and Congress after a full investigation that included Raleigh Moore and his team to visit Nigeria physically, and they received testimonies from experts, they received testimonies from displaced Christians, and they received testimonies from widows and widowers. They received testimonies from orphans and the hearings at the US Capitol building. And after all that evidence, they submitted a formal report to President Trump, because that was his request. And it has a lot of demands. So, and it was not a request, so it was not a suggestion, it was a demand. Yes, and we are going to look at it very, very well. So, just think of yourself as, living in a house for years, and your house is on fire. People are dying inside, and the landlord, of course, we know who landlord is, the most powerful landlord in the entire world, which is the United States of America, has finally walked to your door and knocked on your door. Not just knock, he sent investigators inside your house. And what do you think investigators will come to do? They will take pictures. They will interview survivors. They will now speak to neighbors. What are they doing? They are gathering evidence, pieces of evidence. That's what they are going to do. They even sat in your own parliament off to gather evidence. And then they went back to the most powerful office in the world and said, this is the report. This is what we found out. So that is exactly what happened to Nigeria. America knocked on Nigeria's door, and Nigeria is now shaking as I speak with you. Nigeria is panicking. They have entered one chance. We are going to see that this time, the 2020 CPC designation can never be the same as 2026. They know what is coming. That is the reason you could see Remi jumping from one platform to the other, and anywhere she goes, she will collect. Anywhere she goes, they will disgrace her. And the government behind this shaking is the Biafra Republic government in exile. Not a USB charger, not a Mamad Habu. No. We are going to take time to let Biafrans know that the only legitimate government that the United States of America listened to, and take their matter seriously and take their documentation seriously is Brigi, headed by our Prime Minister Ogechukwu NKERE, who is still following the template of our Onyendu, our past Prime Minister Simon Ekpa. Till date, nothing, he has not shifted in his goalpost. You see? So that is what we are talking about. We have to understand the person behind this report, who is Ralimo. What drives him? What he has done and why he made this his personal mission. We have to understand the report itself, how it becomes more powerful. So it is not just a government document. No, no, no. It is the work of a man who has made the protection of Nigerian Christians his first political priority. We know that he's a Republican congressman from West Virginia. We know that very well. And they have coal, is a coal mining state, just like the coal we have in Biafra land. But the Fulanis have taken over our area. And they also have what they're supposed to do because they have to send them out. He's a Catholic, we know. And the very first speech he gave in the US House of Representatives back then in April 2025 was not about road construction or tax or healthcare. No. His very first speech was about the killing of Christians in Nigeria. See how he cares for you. And you that he's caring for, you are not ready to support your freedom. You are here fighting this one today, tomorrow, castigating that one. But somebody is far away, thousands of kilometers away, dreaming about you, thinking about you, worrying about your safety. But you are there, following Obi. You are there, dropping your money for charger. You are there, dropping your money for, I don't even know who is leading the other group, whether it is Emma or Choma, I don't know. Just like what our prince will say, that he doesn't know what they want. He doesn't know what they're doing there.
No, Sister Tutor. The leader there now is I don't know.
Okay,
Please.
now. You see, a lot of confusion is happening there. While someone far away in thousands of kilometers away from you is thinking, having sleepless nights. So, you know, that tells you everything you need to know about what drives this man. He's not, doing this for oil. No. He's not doing it for any special gain. He's not doing it for his business. No. He has been talking about Nigerian Christians dying since the first day he stepped into Congress. That has been his talk and in his speech. He is dreaming about Christians. And when we say Christians, it's all about Biafran Christians. So on that October 31st, because some people might have forgotten what happened, if we don't know who this man is, we will not understand why, what drives this report that he has written, because he's writing it out of pain and concern for each and every one of us. On that fateful day, that was October 2025, in a Halloween night, we saw in the news that President Trump, has signed an executive order redesignating Nigeria as a country of particular concern. And that same night, he just turned and said, Ralimo, Yala, I want a full congressional investigation. I want you to lead it. Go to Nigeria, gather evidence, come back and give me reports. You see? So this man did not just write this report from a Washington office chair. No. He assembled a team, a qualified potential team members, knocked out. And they flew to Nigeria. He did not say, give me special escort. He went directly to see things for himself. He went inside IDP camps in Benue State. And we know that Benue State is the worst hit state in the Middle Belt. And you could see the governor of that state now planning, requesting for permission to reintegrate 400 terrorists to keep on killing his own people. And when they sat face to face with women and children that are already victims, those that watched their husband shot to death, those that watched their churches burnt down, their farms seized and all that. And they also went to Nigerian terrorist national security advisor Ribadu, and had congressional hearings back in Washington, D.C. with expert witnesses. And after all that, Bagam, on February 23. Raleigh Moore walked into the White House and handed over the report to President Trump directly. No middleman. He said, no, just like our Prime Minister carry his bag by himself, except he trusts you so before he will give you the bag to assist him. This man took the report, Bagam, and dropped it to Donald Trump and said, sir, I have finished the work you asked me to do. This is the report. Take it and read it. So that's who this man is in brief. So after this man has dropped this report, we need to understand what a country of particular concern is and why it matters now. Maybe that time we heard, oh, Nigeria has been declared a country of particular concern. To some of us, it was like, okay, it's a movie. What does that mean? It was the opening door because a lot have to follow. But the first step has to be made to designate a country as a country of particular concern. Without that, others consequences will not follow. So, you know, when you are placed on America country of particular concern list, you are finished. I'm telling you.
Sister
You are
Tito,
finished.
Sister Tito, can I help you for a minute?
Okay.
Sorry for interrupting you. I know you don't like it, but I know I'm here to assist you, and that is why I just want to, we are trying to explain to our people the meaning of this prescribing Nigeria as a country of particular concern.
Sorry, your voice is very low. Are you using earpod? Your voice
No,
is
no,
low.
no, 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 I'm not using earpod. Can you hear me
Maybe it's
clear
from
now?
me. Yeah, I can hear you, but it is slow somehow.
Is others hearing me? Can others hear me very loud and clear?
Yeah, very clear. Go ahead.
Can you guys hear him?
Okay. So we are trying to expatiate the meaning of this country of particular concern, and the little help I want to give to support you on this is that I want our people to see it as the same as that of, if you want to deal with some people, you will first of all proscribe them. This is what American, and this is what is happening to Nigeria. That country of particular concern is in a pari passu with proscribing them as a terrorist country, and that is why America have to hit the hammer on their head. I see their Ribadu crying that their sovereignty is gone. So that is what is coming. Thank you very much. That is just a little help. Thank you.
Okay, so thank you so much. Yes, that's it. What it is. So designating a country as a country of particular concern is the foundation of everything else. Like my co-host rightly said, think of it in the other way as well, like a school report card, you know. So, but instead of grade for math and science, it is a grade of how well a country treats its citizens, especially when they are with how they treat it relating to religious minority. Let's just look at it at that perspective, because the country of particular concern list is the failing grade. You have failed. That CPC now has shown your grade that you have F9. In fact, if it is Cambridge, they will write the U ungraded or unrated. In fact, you are below fail. And then they gave you U, meaning that you wrote absolutely nothing. You were just there chewing your pen. So it is a reserved for the absolute worst countries in the whole world when it comes to religious freedom. So right now, we already have China in that list, and China is a place where Muslims are being put, in a concentration camps. We have Iran in that list. There are so many. Even North Korea, they're also there. So now, Nigeria has been included in that list. You see? So Nigeria is in that same category. I don't know if you are still hearing me. The volume of this thing is so low. I don't know what the problem is. So now, here is what is important about this designation, because it is not just a label. No, we've labeled Nigeria a country of particular concern. No, it is not just a bad name, because being put on that list gives the US government, which they have started implementing now, a legal powers and tools to act. Yes, because that's who you are. You are a failure. So you have given them that tool to act. And it means the United States president can issue a formal directives against you as a nation. You could see in the news, former aide to Waziri Buhari also already lamenting if Tinubu has sold Nigeria to the United States of America, that their sovereignty is a threat and all that and all that. Coupled with the fact that Remi went there and said she expects more bombing in the northern states. So the president can issue a formal directives. It can sanction you at any time. Trade deals can be restricted because you are a failure. Diplomats can also be expelled. You are a failure. So it is the starting gun for the whole range of consequences which we are going to talk about today that are embedded in that report. And Donald Trump, the president, did not hesitate. So the moment he came back to office in January 2025, one of his first actions was to put Nigeria back on that list. Immediately, he had to reverse what Biden did, Baba Joe did, by removing Nigeria from that list. Let me also use another analogy for this. You see, a country of particular concern, when they designate you, is like a credit card blacklist. You know, when you are blacklisted by bank, they cannot borrow you money. You cannot even open accounts. They cannot do formal financial business until they clean up their record. So when you are on that CPC list, it's the same thing. That's just the equivalent of it. It tells every government in the world that you are a failure. That's what it means. So we really have to understand why the US Congress had to step in. We need to go back about 25 years briefly, because this crisis did not start yesterday. It has been building for decades, and the world has been silent. They looked away because the Nigerian terrorist government, they were busy doing image management, sending pastors to go to Washington, D.C., pretending that everything was going on well. When they see your own leaders coming to say, Nigeria is good, there is no problem, what do you expect them to do? Until the Biafra Republic government in exile confronted these lies and told the congresspersons, don't believe them. These are the realities on ground. These are the documents we have. These are the pieces of evidence that we have. Nigeria is not a gold center as they are presenting to you. You know, what is paining me right now is that the Biafran people don't even understand what they have. They don't understand the importance of the Biafra Republic government in exile. There was no group that exposed the atrocities going on in Nigeria. There was no group that exposed the genocide that is going on in Nigeria. There was no group that exposed the corruption that is going on in Nigeria, even to the extent of reporting what the Chinese are doing, the illegal mining. Until the Biafra Republic government in exile, starting from 2024 with their lobbyists, they started knocking on the door of those congresspersons. They say, come in. Yes, may I help you? They said, yes. So they say, why is your face like? They say, you don't know. They said, no. They said, sit down, take a cup of coffee. Oh yeah, start and tell us. That was how it started. So anyone now, I pity you people that are still following these useless people. Useless people. I don't know when your brain cells will reset for you to know that there are groups working for the Nigerian government. They cannot even go near the gate of Washington, D.C., not to even passing through security checks. It is the Biafra Republic government in exile. The Nigerian government have been hiding it for so many months and years until it reaches their throat. It choked them. The newspaper started carrying it. that they know exactly. Before they were using IPOB. It got to a stage that they were tired of using IPOB. They came out and said, Biafra lobbyists. It didn't still allow them to breathe. They now said Biafra Republic government in exile. And Patrick Smith was there in a Rise TV interview telling you how effective our lobbying firm is. What else do you want to hear? A British national is telling you who is working. That we have, heavyweight men behind us. Ted Cruz and Mike Pompeo. He could only know two, but there are many. John James is there. Chris Smith is there. There are a lot of them. And you are still listening to those that the only thing they have to do is to open their YouTube channel and you go and watch them. You contribute to boost their pockets. At the end of the month, they pay them. That's what you are doing. But where it is happening, they have poisoned your mind. And you still believe them. What a shame. If you are not in this government, if you are not standing with our Prime Minister Ogechukwu Nkere, you are a failure. You are worse than Nigerian country. With everything inside it, you are a cost person. If by this time of the day, you did not see any news reporter reporting that USB charger is the one behind this, you did not see any news that reported that Mada Abu and Choma, that they are the ones behind it. If you have not seen such news, what are you doing? Go to their website and see what is happening. And then go to our original Biafra Republic government.org and see what is happening for yourself. Look at the amazing meeting we had yesterday. Did you see them have such a thing? They cannot. They don't have the legality for it. Yeah. So what are we doing? We are going. The Fulanis are predominantly Muslim people that have come in to take over your land. Answer me in the comments. So these people did not start today. Fulani have long term, and you, a Biafran sitting on the fence, your desire and your aim is only a short term one. Short term malice. When it gets better tomorrow, you come back. But Fulani has been planning this thing for years, back 25 years ago. So imagine you waking up in the middle of the night to the sound of gunshot. Your village is on fire, your church is burning, you cannot even trace your neighbor. They have all been killed. Your children are screaming. You grab what you can and begin to run. Even as you are running, they can shoot you. That's the end of you. You will never come back from where you are running to. That is if you survive. Because when you look behind, everything you owned, everything your family built over generations is all gone. It's all gone. This is not a story from a history book. This is what has been happening to Christian communities in Nigeria, in Biafra land, in Middle Belt, in the northern states. For over 25 years, and nobody, when I said nobody, no single person spoke. The people that surrounded Owazirike, they collected their shares. The people that surrounded Abaonyendu, they collected their shares. You could even see from his own lawyer, Karo Ejofo, they all call, even this one, I am not hiding my mouth. I don't trust any of them. Because I see no reason why you should be coming to fight against Biafra civil disobedience. Exactly. In what they are doing to bring their leader out. You are coming to fight against them. That means you've been compromised. I don't care. It is a fact. It is glaring everywhere. They all collected money. Have you ever seen any of them post anything about Briggy? No. Because they are being threatened that their source of income will be shut off if they support Briggy. Nobody for the past 25 years took the case of this persecution to Washington, D.C. No one, except the Biafra Republic government in exile. Do you need a prophetess or a prophet to tell you that? Can't you see? If you cannot see, can't you smell? If you cannot smell, can't you sense it? If you cannot sense, can't you feel? Can't you feel? It. No one. Feel it. You should be proud of what you have. You should be able to stand up and say, okay, I'm no more sitting on the fence. This is where I'm supposed to be. What are you holding your money for? People are dying. Look at the video trending today. Look at heavyweight young youths, vibrant youth of our people lying down naked. They have killed all of